when we are in this grind, I would say, like of doing things, so our mind actually wants to analyze the data from the past and also create situations in the future. So
Correct.
the biggest thing is either it is in the past or it is in the future. It is never in the present moment, right? So that is what the biggest change that happens when you are about meditating. You just come back to the present moment, and
Correct.
yeah, it is not that. So in fact, if I am saying like I am meditating, I never go into the present. It never happens like that. But because I'm retraining my mind, though I go here or go there, I again come back. So I just get better at coming back to the present. It's just like a car driving or speaking or whatever may be the case. So it is a skill which you can just come back to the present moment. And when you are in the present moment, what happens is our brain at least realizes that there is no big danger to solve, right? And that when you go to sleep by just meditating, what happens is the quality of sleep definitely improves.
Hello everyone, I am Jitendra Singh, banker turned entrepreneur and author of the book Perfect Mastering the Art of Selling. I welcome you to read my story where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs and more. Today I have with me Mr. Manohar Grandhi. Manohar, hailing from Hyderabad, India, boasts a remarkable 15-year tenure in the software industry. Beyond his professional pursuit, he finds solace in the realm of literature and cinema. In 2019, a challenging phase of insomnia plunged into him and desperation for the restful night sleep. Engaging with psychologists provided some respite, albeit temporary, leading to the prescription of anti-anxiety pills as a solution. Amid the struggle, serendipitous encounter with meditation altered the course of Manohar's journey. While immediate results weren't forthcoming, his commitment to meditation remained steadfast. As the time passed, the grip of anxiety loosened and tranquility gradually replaced sleepless night. As an author with the insightful perspective, he penned the profound chronicle of his journey in My Sleepless Nights, poignant narrative available on Amazon. His literature extends to encompass 3 published books on the Amazon platform. Having triumphed over his own sleep-related adversities, he has transformed into a whole new life and extend a helping hand to others trapped in the clutches of anxiety and sleeplessness. His mission centered on guiding individuals from restive nights to a realm of serene slumber, imparting the wisdom required from the personal odysseys. So today he will be discussing with us about his life journey. So let us hear from him. Welcome Manohar. The platform is open and now over to you.
Thank you, Jitendra. So thank you for that wonderful introduction. Yeah, and I would like to thank you for inviting me to your podcast, Read My Story. And yeah, I really like your mission of helping people to inspire the world.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. So if I ask you like how did your past life has affected the person you wanted to be in your life and what you are? So it's moreover around like when we were growing. So we have certain thoughts. On the basis of that, you can share your experience.
Yeah, Jitendra. So yeah, like you rightly said, our past life definitely has a lot of effect on us. So what happened was, yeah, I had these sleeping issues right from I would say from my teenage years. When what used to happen was occasionally if there was a power cut or if there was like for some reason dogs barking outside my house or some reason, those nights I used to not go to sleep, and I would even go to the extent saying that I had more or less like a sleep like my mother. My mother is also like this only, where she wants everything to be in terms of sleep a picture perfect condition, like no one barking, no power cut, nothing like that. So I just inherited that from my mother, and after that what happened was like you mentioned in the intro, in 2019 I was going through quite a lot of challenges, one in terms of personal life challenges and also professional challenges. And that was when I was really struggling with insomnia. So to put it in short, that seed was for sure there. That seed of disturbed sleep was for sure there. And when in 2019, it actually turned into a big thing. So actually, this is what actually I mentioned in my book called Why My Sleepless Nights. So I mentioned that how I planted the seed and then how I watered the seed and it became into a big plant. So that is what in short to say that.
That's really wonderful, and you have narrated everything, whatever happened to you, and the solution in the book that would really help many people. So, on to the next one. If I ask you, like, what are the things you are passionate about in your life, and what is the role of motivation and inspiration onto it further?
Yeah, this is a really interesting question. Yeah, I'm passionate about a lot of things. One part is writing. Writing is something which I was passionate from a childhood to write, or basically I had that fascination. You could say that I wanted to become a published author or something like that, but never got a chance. Never thought that I'll be writing a book. But this is so like you mentioned, touched upon initially of serendipity. So this is I truly believe in it. So the way the mess I got into became the message which I would be able to give. So this is something which I believe in, and I'm also passionate about volunteering. So I also in my spare time also volunteer for a couple of NGOs. One is called Team Everest NGO, for which my volunteering experience I've written in my first book called Virtual Volunteer. So I picked this virtual volunteering in COVID time itself. So basically, my book is called Virtual Volunteering. Social isolation does not mean you can not help. So even because we were just stuck at homes, it doesn't mean that you can't help people. So you can also help people educating, becoming a better version of themselves. So that is something which I do. Yeah, but mostly from the last 1 year, I feel that I've noticed many people struggling with these sleep issues. So I'm concentrating more on that area.
Right. So, if I ask you like about your work and experiences, you have worked in corporate as well. So, how you started your career and what all you did so far during your career, and how you got into like full-time writing and training and coaching.
Uh, yeah, just a small correction in that. I'm still working in a corporate company, so
Okay.
I'm working in the software industry, and these things, whichever I'm doing as part of a hobby, or you would also use the word side hustle kind of a thing. So this is so like I mentioned, writing was that bug of writing was there since my childhood, but never took it really that seriously. But like since I saw that, so there was a course on Udemy called as How to Become a Published Author in Spite of Having Your 9 to 5 Job. So that was the course title. So I took that course, and basically the author also talks about the same thing, which is like you need not do for just to write a book. You need not spend hours and hours together. All you need is spend that 10 minutes or 15 minutes a day and just keep writing. And on the weekends you can spend some extra time. So that is what exactly I did. So I remember in 2019 when I initially started, from June I started this. So every day I used to just spend 10 minutes writing on the Word document kind of a thing. So and then slowly I spent maybe like 4-5 months kind of a thing. And then weekends I used to spend like maybe like 1 hour, 2 hours, or sometimes also 3 hours. So that is when I was able to completely write the outline of this book and get into this published author.
Right, that's great. And how about your career into IT? What exactly is the field you work on?
Yeah, so I work in a software company called Hexagon Capability Center India Limited. So it's based out of Hyderabad. Its headquarters is in Sweden, but in India I'm working in Hyderabad. So I'm so since 2008 I've been working in the same company itself. So the products products are catered to mostly to the US and UK clients, and now it has Indian clients like Reliance, Adani's have started taking these products of the companies, the products which we work on. Yeah.
Okay, that entirely into software development.
Yeah, it is mostly into oil and gas sector.
Okay.
The division which I work for caters mostly into the oil and gas sector. So that's why, yeah, and these products are very costly products. That's why big names in the industry are only able to afford these softwares.
Right, got it. Interesting also. So,
Yeah.
if I talk about your vision, mission, and goal in life for next 5 to 10 years from now, so what do you think that should be?
Yeah, my vision is to make this thing which I'm doing as a side hustle into a full-time thing, because I see that there are a lot of people who are in this era where we have this gig economy opening up. There are so many branches opening up, but with this side hustle culture which has developed, so there are so many things, and the biggest thing that gets compromised is sleep, because you have to do so many things, and the to-do list is never ending. So we have entertainment, and on the top of it we have entertainment. So that is the thing. So I'm working on this area where maybe like 5 years down the line, I would be someone like on the topic of sleep. If someone wants to talk, they would invite me. So that is where I see myself in the next 5 to 10 years.
Right, that's great. So, what are the most important life lessons you have learned from your personal and professional journey so far?
Yeah, this is an interesting thing. So I feel one of the core thing is you have to like when I had this problem, I realized one thing, which is like you shouldn't be taking yourself every setback of yourself too seriously, because setbacks happen. You have to learn from it and move forward. So it is like, what is the lesson I can learn from this setback, and then just move forward. So this is something which I feel. And the other core thing is not to take mental health lightly, because we live in an age where the necessity of having a strong mindset is more and more important. Because initially, if you see, like in the 16th century, 17th century, we were more of an agrarian economy. Then we moved to industrial economy, and now we are moving to the information age. And so with this, it is not the number of time you spend, but it is the mental capability or the strong mindset that matters most. So, and the requirement of having a strong mindset is more necessary than ever, because of so many things that are there in our culture right now.
Rightly pointed out. And also one more thing, like we are not getting engaged with physical work so often. That is also kind of creating so much of a problem for us. So if we
Yes.
take care of that part, that would definitely help us to like take care of our physical and mental health both.
Yes. I totally agree with you, Jitendra, on this.
Right. So now I am moving on to the next session. Like the topic which we are talking about is sleepless nights or insomnia. So on to this, like how did you see that insomnia lead to like if you try meditation, it can help and get the meet expectations from improved sleep. So how you can see this, like help yourself or maybe can help others.
Okay, yeah. So, in fact, to answer your question, I was also a skeptic when it comes to meditation. So, when I heard about this thing long time back, but I never practiced it, and I thought that it is for some time later when we retire or when we are like really old, when we have the time to do nothing. That is the time. But basically, what it brings, Jitendra, from the biggest game-changing point is our minds basically are survival mechanisms. So our mind wants us to survive, and it wants us to avoid the pain and move towards pleasure. So this is the primary responsibility of our mind. Okay.
Correct.
So what happens is when we are in this grind, I would say, like of doing things. So our mind actually wants to analyze the data from the past and also create situations in the future. So
Correct.
the biggest thing is either it is in the past or it is in the future. It is never in the present moment, right? right? So that is what the biggest change that happens when you are about meditating. You just come back to the present moment, and
Correct.
yeah, it is not that. So in fact, if I'm saying like I'm meditating, I'm never going to the present. It never happens like that. But because I'm retraining my mind, though I go here or go there, I again come back. So I just get better at coming back to the present. It's just like a car driving or speaking or whatever may be the case. So it is a skill which you can just come back to the present moment. And when you are in the present moment, what happens is our brain at least realizes that there is no big danger to solve, right? And that when you go to sleep by just meditating, what happens is the quality of sleep definitely improves because you are not going to think a lot. Yeah, and it's not like always like that because we are human beings. We are not robots. Like given a set of programs, it is not constant, right? So it will
Right.
happen, but you will just start getting better quality of sleep. Is what I would say.
Correct. And you rightly pointed out whatever thoughts we have every situation, every time, either it is related to the past events or the future expectations. So we never go for a thought which is of present reality, present time. So that is why we are like having so much of stress or anxiety. Could be from past events or could be from future expectations. So if we bridge this thing well, and if we come to a present reality, so we can see that there is no such problem as of that sort, which is that big, which is creating us stressful. So then it will be helping us to like take things in a positive way, better way, and it will help us to have a better sleep or maybe work, whatever we do. It can create better impact, I guess.
Yes, 100%, 100%. In fact, like on the topic which you stressed, there are courses also called as mindfulness-based stress reduction.
Correct.
Yeah. So,
and meditation is also one big thing which you have also like worked on, and it helped you as well.
Agree.
So what were the key moments in your journey from sleepless nights to peaceful sleep through meditation? So how was the transition?
Yeah. So this is an interesting question because actually many people really come to me and then they really think that when I say like meditation, they just think that okay, if I start meditating, right? Because we live in this culture where we want instant fixes. Chutki bajaye aur
expectations. We have lots of expectation. We think if we do a meditation for 5 minutes now, it will help our problem of like past, which we have for so long.
Yes, exactly. So, in fact, I was also like this. To be really honest, I started with one form of meditation, very basic form, which is the breathing meditation, where all you do is just observe the breathing that goes in and comes out. Right? Our mind will get deviated again, just gently get back. But I didn't see results, so I just thought that okay, this is not my cup of tea. Then I went to chanting meditation, where you have some
mantras.
Mantras. So it could be Om, it could be anything. Right? So and then I went to another form of meditation called as heartfulness meditation and all those things. But what when I had the consultation with my psychologist, he just told me one thing, which is to stick to one form of meditation and just do it for a long time. Just keep persisting with this practice. So once I was able to persist with the first practice which I started, which is the breathing meditation, I just persisted with that. And the journey, like you told, it is not going to be a linear journey like point A to point B. It never happens. Like people think that just like Google Map this the direction it shows. It never happens that way. It is like you go up and one day you will suddenly fall down and you will realize that what is happening, that is something wrong or something like that. But then if you just keep going still forward, just persist with that practice, that is when change happens. And the journey is never going to be linear. It is always going to be wavery kind of a thing. And the last part will be the maximum acceleration, where you complete, like you talked about, Jitendra, where you just start living in the present moment, and the things that were initially bothering you, they no more bother you. Like for example, when initially I had people snoring in the same room, it used to bother me a lot. I used to keep thinking like, okay, today night my sleep is gone, I lost it. But now I come to a realization that okay, if people are sleeping, I don't realize. I just say like to myself that it's okay, even if I don't sleep, I'm going to relax. This time I'm giving my body the relaxation and mind the relaxation. If it wants to sleep, let's take it. If I don't get sleep, it's okay. So that is the realization which I get.
Correct. So you go step by by step, you don't hurry onto the process, then only
Correct.
it will help you.
Correct. Absolutely.
And onto this further, like how does your experience, like you have faced lots of experiences, how you can
Mhm.
club them and help others to solve their sleep issues, and any advice you have to offer using meditation to achieve better sleep, any form of which is the best convenient form of meditation you follow, which you think would be
Okay.
really helpful for even for people who don't understand meditation as such.
Okay, so I'll answer the second part of the question first, which is like, what is the best form of meditation? So, related to the best form of meditation, we have to understand like there is no one size fits all approach, Jitendra. So, you have to just keep experimenting. So, in fact, I was even talking with a meditation teacher who even told this, like, just like we have flavors of an ice cream, like vanilla, strawberry, butterscotch.
Correct.
So, you will like one flavor and I will like the other flavor. So, you can also experiment with multiple versions of meditation. To start off, you can do breath meditation. You can also do chanting meditation, like you told. Then there are other forms like heartfulness meditation and all these forms of meditation. So, what is something which you feel very comfortable? So, I would just suggest you to just stick to that practice. So, it is not which form of meditation works. It is which thing you are comfortable with. You have to just stick with that part.
Right.
That is my take on that. And coming to that first part, yeah, what was your first part of the question? I
So, like
lost it.
from your experiences, like you have done multiple practices into different
Yeah.
modes of meditation. So, from your experiences, like how you can advise others to start implementing these strategies or tools or maybe forms of meditation so that it can help them.
Okay, so from my experience, like I touched upon, I just tried things like breathing meditation. I tried chanting meditation, and also the another form of meditation called as heartfulness meditation, where heartfulness meditation is a different concept. I mean, a different way of doing meditation. But I have just stuck to simple concept of breathing meditation, where all I do is I just close my eyes and then I just So what I did was I just concentrated on the breath that went in and the breath that goes out. So the way it happens is our mind, it is able to concentrate one time and then again it goes back to the past or the future. It does these things. All I need to do is I need to just gently disengage with that thought and come back to the breath. So this is the simplest form of meditation which I have done. And there are other forms of meditations also, like walking meditation also you can do. So here the anchor was the breath, right? So instead of that, you can also do an anchor of the feet, the left one, the right one, the left foot, the right foot, the left foot, the right foot. So where you observe the left foot, the right foot in your mind's eye, if you are able to do that, that also helps. So it doesn't matter on the form of meditation, like my psychologist told me. It is just the practice of meditation which you have to just persist with it, and that will show the results.
Correct. And also depending on time, like
Yes.
how much time you have for the meditation and the situation. Like for example, there might be possible you are facing some kind of stress, and for getting an instant relief, you can do like breathing meditation on the go. That will really
Yes.
help. But other
Yes.
forms of meditation, like guided meditation, you need to have at least 15-20 minutes of that session.
Absolutely.
And for other form of meditations as well, like 15, 20, 30 minutes of chanting you
Absolutely.
require. But breathing is kind of a thing which you can do anywhere, anytime. If you are
Correct.
in office, still you can sit straight and do the breathing meditation.
Yes.
So if you are traveling, you are in bus, you are in flight, you can do it. If you are walking even, then also you can do it. So it is, I
Correct.
think, is one of the really easy one, and it can be done anywhere, and it gives better results. I've also tried it. So and you have also experienced it. It really helped you as well.
Absolutely.
So now coming back to you again, like what is your take on success, and what do you feel about it?
Yeah. In terms of success, Jitendra, like everybody has their own version of success. Like the only thing which I feel is the success. In fact, let's say this way: like 2 years back, if my success would be just writing a book, that would be success for me. But right now, because I have written a book, so my benchmark is something changed.
Number of
Right.
copies
So
sold.
yeah, maybe number of copies sold or helping people, or that could be the definition of success. So success is not a constant definition, is my take on it. So right now I see my definition of success is where I can, like I mentioned, my vision where I become a learned expert or someone is what I feel is my definition of success. But yeah, like success definition also changes with time. And the only thing is, if to the viewers or anyone, you shouldn't compare my definition of success with your definition of success, because your journey is completely different from mine.
Correct.
Right. So don't compare someone else's journey. If you really want to compare you with what you're going to become tomorrow. So
Correct.
the comparison should only be with you, not with anyone else.
Correct. So you can compare yourself past, present, and future. Like whatever
Yes.
you have done in past, or what you were in past, sometimes back, what you are now, and what you want to become in future. If you think in that perspective, that will really help you. Comparing yourself to others would definitely not gonna help you. You would only get into a frustration kind of a thing.
Absolutely.
So, on last one, any message or advice you would like to share with our viewers and listeners?
Yeah. So one thing which I always give wherever I go is the topic of instant gratification. So we live in an era where there is so much of instant gratification. So these WhatsApp or whatever these things give lot of instant gratification, which is like we spend these times. So we also need to learn to delay our gratification. So in fact, there was a very powerful sociology experiment conducted called as marshmallow experiment. So basically, marshmallow is nothing but a small chocolate kind of a thing. So
Correct.
you'll find it in all these malls.
stores.
Okay. So yeah, candy shops. Yeah, exactly. So what happened was people who were at the age of 7 were taken to that an experiment, a social lab kind of a thing, and then 10-15 students, and then they were given marshmallows, and then they were given an instruction saying that if you can hold for 15 minutes, you'll get another marshmallow. That was the only instruction, and the instructor left. So few kids who couldn't resist the temptation saw that marshmallow, saw that chocolate, and then they opened it and they immediately ate it. But then a few kids were able to resist the temptation, just held for 15 more minutes, right? So what they've observed was people after 20 years, what they've observed was the kids who were able to resist the temptation, they were way successful in their marriages, way successful in their jobs, way successful in their businesses. So this is the power of delayed gratification. So if you are able to delay your gratification, so you will just become very successful. So anything which you start, don't expect like instant results. So things will take its time, and if you are able to wait patiently, you will get a lot of success. So that is the
Right.
thing which I would like to share.
Correct. That's really a wonderful one, because we always expect things to happen fast, and if we have to fulfill responsibility, then we always think we can do it later.
Yeah.
Right. So I must say you have shared so many wonderful insights about how meditation can help us in two ways. Like first, it can help us to reduce anxiety and stress, and second, it can also help us to improve our sleep, and which further can result in many things positively in our life, like reduction of stress and anxiety, as well as improvement of productivity. So whatever we do, we will be able to increase our productivity. So that was really amazing to hear from you, Manohar. You have shared your personal life experiences as well as your journey, and also how you have faced the challenge and how you come up from that, and how you wrote everything into a book, which is helping many people to understand that in a better way, and they are implementing it and improving their sleeps and mental health as well. So thank you so very much, Manohar, for your time and energy. I really enjoyed the conversation, and looking forward to hear more from you soon again. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you, Jitendra, for inviting, and I also really enjoyed having this conversation. Yeah, thank you.
And I will also share your social media link along with the interview, so that people can be in touch with you, take your help and guidance.
Sure.
So
sure.
guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so very much everyone for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you and bye bye.